Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Sometimes videos are just about location, location, location. As you can see behind me, I'm staying at the Hampton by Hilton. Hampton by Hilton hotel, which is really freaking nice, like seriously. But ahead of me, if I kept walking this direction for 5 kilometers, I would be in Kazakhstan. We're so far off the beaten path. This place is called Tacheng. Tacheng is about as far away from anywhere as you could possibly get in mainland China. There's about 160,000 people that live here. It's a little cool this morning. It's only 5 degrees. For a person that lives in Nanning, China, where it's probably 30 degrees, this is a little cool for me right now. But we're going to be cruising around this area for the next 2 days, which is sort of neat. And I'm hoping that we can get to the Kazakhstan border, because I noticed this morning that as a Canadian, I can go into Kazakhstan 30 days visa free. So maybe I'll try to cross the border into Kazakhstan and come back if time allows me to do that. I can get my Kazakhstan stamp in my passport, and then I can just check that one off my bucket list. Like, I've always wanted to go to Kazakhstan. Who hasn't? And by the look from people, the looks that I get from people, chances are there's not a lot of foreigners end up in this part of China. Or if any, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things, especially if you're carrying a camera and talking to yourself in public, everybody sort of just looks at you. Even this morning when I went for breakfast, they got bacon, but it's not real bacon. They've got sausage, but it's beef sausage. It's like we're living in a different world here.
撒网是吗？
Well, we're actually on the China-Kazakhstan border. Like, you could throw a rock into Kazakhstan from here, and I've been told by the tour people that you're not allowed to take video here. So I take out my video camera and away I go. If I wanted to, I could go across the border into Kazakhstan, because I'm a Canadian. I get 30 days free in Kazakhstan with visa free. Canadians, Americans, Europeans and stuff are allowed that, but Chinese aren't allowed that, which is I guess a little bit different, because they're bordering on Kazakhstan, where we're from thousands and thousands of miles away. So I guess the Canadian passport, the European passport, the American passport give us just a little bit more I guess freedom to cross borders. Strange, but it's just the way it is. So as always, when you're told not to do something, you do it, and I guess that's just the way it is. But I'm not the only one. The American is with me too. So if we, is that camel shit? Don't step in it. I think there's been a horse or a camel or something here. Looks like cow dung, horse dung. Anyway, as I said, we are right on the Kazakhstan-China border. That's the border crossing right there into Kazakhstan. And you can see where you can't drive through. They've got the flower pots and stuff here, so you can't drive through. You would have to walk through. And they say that we're not allowed to cross the border here. And maybe, you know, Xinjiang Autonomous Region and Kazakhstan, there might be well, and then you see over on this side, you've got the Chinese police station. So, getting eyed up a little bit by the police over there too. But, you know, it's all good. Here we are on the border. And then when you think it couldn't get any more perfect, is they've got big bottles of Wusu Pijo here, right on the Kazakhstan border. It's like in the boot, and they've got the whiskeys and the wines and all of the other stuff that go along with it. Yeah,
Kazakh beer.
Kazakh beer.
Yes, try it.
Yeah, so it's a little early yet in the day for drinking beer, but you know, everybody thinks, you know, and it's instilled in people that you go to places like this around the world, and there's all of these rules and regulations, and people say you can't do this and you shouldn't do that. But at the end of the day, right on the Kazakh border, there's a liquor store. There's a museum. There's the border. There are people watching me for sure, and but everybody just lets you do what you want to do. We're not harming anybody. You see, that's just it. What we're doing is we're informing the world. We're showing the world what's at the end of the road between Xinjiang Autonomous Region and the country next door, Kazakhstan. You know what I mean? So you look across the border. What I see semi-trailers, trucks. You know, a way to pull things from one country to another. As I say, manufactured goods cross this border into Kazakhstan, and raw materials come from Kazakhstan into. Well, I'm probably going to get a copyright strike on this, but oh, I know I'm going to get a copyright strike on this. But anyway, they bring the raw materials from Kazakhstan and other places across the border here into China, and that's just the way it goes. So when we're out in front of the building to the border, this is the Kazakhstan side of the border. Desolate, eh? There's not much going on there. Must be red, semi-sweet, Stalin wine. It is Stalin wine. There's a big Soviet influence here.
Massive. This is awesome. 50 RMB for a wine bottle.
Nice mustache. Yeah, and so you're at a liquor store right on the Kazakhstan border with China, and you can see the Russian influence, the vodkas, hey? Walking through this little museum type thing, they've got things like these telephones. I remember stuff like this. You know what I mean? I was talking to a couple of people, and the phonograph that they've got here. I remember stuff like this when I was a kid that we had in the house. You know, so I guess I'm showing my age. We're right on the Kazakh border. This is sort of like a little museum. It's a trade zone. It's a place that shows not only the Kazakhstan side of the border, but the Chinese side of the border also. You know, it promotes the port. It promotes trade between the two countries, and it's sort of neat to be here, you know, way off the beaten path, and people are interested. They built a scaled down model of the area, showing the transportation zones, you know, where the roads go, where the trains go, where the border is, where the mountains are, you know, and so, you know, the idea that they would do something like that on the border to show people. And I would imagine this might be a tour area where they bring people so that they can understand what's going on between the two countries. And yeah, it's really interesting. And you know, I don't believe a lot of people come to a place like this to see this. And so when I make a video about it, it's sort of an informational video. It shows people what I'm experiencing and how I'm experiencing it. And the idea that before I got off the bus, they said, well, you shouldn't take pictures, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. There's some apprehension there, and I'm not sure whether it's ignorance or fear of what used to be yesteryear, but times have changed. It's not like that anymore, so I think the fear is unfounded, and that's why I went out with a camera right up to the border, taking pictures, and if it wasn't allowed, somebody would have come and told me. So ain't that sweet, you know what I mean? Push the envelope a little bit. Why not? That's why I'm here. That's why I come to these strange places and make videos and show you what's going on, because I can. That's what I do. And that, my friends, is another video on the border between China, Xinjiang, Uyghur Autonomous Region of China, and the Kazakhstan border. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe, push that share button. Don't forget to resubscribe, hit the bell, and all of those things that you should do that you never do. You gotta show me some love here, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye now.